Hi guys, good evening. I'm just sharing the link, so give me a few minutes. Hi guys, good evening. All right. I am ready. Hi, Mr. Patel. Hi, Maru. Hi, Nisa. Hi, Pradeep. Hi, Srini. Hi, JK. Hi, Harish. Hi, Saurabh. Yes, I had a good weekend. I was, I went to Akshardham Temple on Saturday in New Jersey. It was a nice outing out there. So all in all, good. But tomorrow, I think it's going to be cold and snowy in New Jersey. So let's see how the weather goes. But all in all, good. I hope you all had a good weekend. Especially the market was all over the place. So it was good to cut down on market and stay with the family. Hi, Deepak. Hi, Mr. Rajaroda. You are not sleeping tonight? Hi, Mr. Gulati. Hi, Setu Saab. How are you? All good. So let me start. Hi, and welcome all of you to my channel. So our goal is to view and analyze what are the possible setups for tomorrow, maybe coming into this week, and then define certain levels. Based on those levels, we'll pick up the trades and see if we can make money or not. All right. So I'll start from my simple scan, which is inside day, but I will start from inside week first. And I'm going to pick up only from my watch list. Guys, I do not do a scan on all the stocks because I have a limited watch list. I only look at these particular patterns into my own scan list. That's it. Watch list. So Tesla has inside week, LMT has inside week, Roblox coin. So there are a couple of things which are on my list. Tesla inside week. Tesla was holding really well last time. I do want to do Square because I added that last time. Instead of CMG, CMG did 1490, so I'm going to replace CMG with Square. I also want to check on Roku and Coin. So I might replace CRM with Coin. And maybe add Roku. So Coin has inside week. And Roku. I'll add that later. But LMT was looking good. LMT has been like consolidating in a very tight range in last couple of days. So if you really want to do, you can also pick up LMT. Let's add LMT as well. I'll cut down on something from this list. Okay, so inside week, inside day. Not really. So crowd was looking good on Friday. It was holding really high since Palo Alto numbers came in. and it was doing all right. So I would say that if you want to watch crowd, possibly one of the setups. So let's add crowd. I may get out of Google, may get out of BA. All right, but let's discuss first the ES levels. So ES, I did a live call on Friday, and I mentioned that this is a very important area, 3960, 3955 area. And from there, we had a bounce. And if you see previously as well, like this is a channel which I have created. Let me clear this. This is a channel from the 3500s on the closing basis, and it came and we closed right above this channel. Now, every time we are coming to the bottom of this channel, this is the bottom, this is the top. So this is a rising channel, okay? It's upward sloping, its slope is upward. Now, in this upward channel, every time we are coming to this bottom, we have consolidated and then bounced. Same here, consolidated and bounced. On the top channel area, we got consolidation and we failed to break out. So we come back. So now we are at a juncture, either we will fail from here and the failure here will be really nasty because then we are losing the support from October lows. This is a channel. If we hold this, then there's a possibility we might try one more time towards 4170 because 4170 is an area where we have struggled a lot. My bias is we might only come up to, let's say, 40, 45, 40, 70, and that's it. Just do a back test before coming down. That's my thought process. I don't think so. We have that much legs to cross 4170, but definitely a back test of 12 and 34 EMA, a back test of a Fibonacci of 30.8 will be really, really good. And one more thing, guys, I'm going to update the structure of my sheet going forward. I have added a couple of more logic points here so that anybody who's reading this sheet will have much more sense. So I'm going to add columns like 1234 value, Fibonacci value, just to give you an idea, and a column called regression channel, that how far it is from the regression channel resistance or not. So that when we are trading, instead of writing the comments, we can put values right there. So I will update the sheet tomorrow, and we'll see how that things work out. So, hi Kevin, hi. I think good futures too. I do not understand what is good futures too. Hi Raghu, hi Vivek. All right. So my bias is totally neutral as of now. I think some push can come up if we can cross 3995. So buy above 3995. Now area to test. Once we cross, first area is 4045, which is 12 EMA. So expecting the 12 and 34 EMA to test with 38.2 fib. That's the goal. Possibility, I'm going to give it like 40, 60. Or I'll give it 50-50 today because the bias is so much difficult at this time. Now, where could we sell? Stop loss in this case. So if we go above this area only, then I'm going to go long. Otherwise, I'm going to wait. This area between 38 and 39, 3980 and 3995. This is a no trading zone. Once you lose 3980, yes, you should go short for this area. But right now, I'm not going to do any trade in between this area. So my stop loss is 3980. Where should I sell? I should sell below 3980. What is my stop loss? 3995. And what will be my potential target? So let's look out for the targets. First target will be the trend line. Okay. And this trend line is going to find support right here. It found the support last time as well, because we had the base and even here as well. So this support is really, really good support area. So now where we can find support, 39.50, 39.45 area is a good support. So let me just pick up the dollar number exactly that I have correct use. So 39.45 is the exact number. If you see on my right here, you will see once I choose this dollar sign, 39 right there, 39.45, 39.46 area. This is exactly on the trend line. That should be my first target. And then 39.15. 39.15 is a 61.8 Fibonacci. So I'm looking to see if I can hit that area or not. So 39.45 and 39.15. Now, once we break this, right, we are going to actually make a M formation. M is opposite of W. So M is right there. We break this M, we will definitely come and do at least this piece, at least 3600. So this is an important area, 39.45. We might find support. We might find some consolidation before we go down. Anything is possible, but 39.45 is a make or break. The moment we lose 39.45, we are losing the up rising channel from October. So this is a make or break area, 39.45. Keep that in mind. Okay, that is ES level. Now let's go to NQ. Now NQ, as of now, they are out of my regression channel. So let me do an update. Let me change the regression channels a little bit, so that because they are still from 15,000, they are still down, but they're slightly up. So I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to click on this, cancel my right extension, which was coming right from here. And now click activate this and bring it to the current structure. Okay. And then extend to the right. So I made a small amendment into my channel just to cover the momentum. Okay. So the trend is right here. We are well on 38.2. This is 38.2 Fibonacci, 12,015. 12,015 is a make or break level for NQ. If we lose it, we might come to 11,850 and then 11,650. 11,650 is an area where we struggled and then we broke out. Last time we had a massive resistance between 11,650 to 11,800, and then we broke down. So this is called a rectangular consolidation because we are in that range. So coming back to test that will be really bad. It is something which is not good or healthy for the market. Okay. So anybody who is looking, keep in mind 12,000 is really, really important area for the market. If the market loses that, it might try to go down and test 11,850. And once 11,850 is done, it might open up for like big downside. So keep an eye on NQ levels. Okay, let me just give me 1 second. I'm gonna open the chart into my another laptop so I can read it properly. Just one moment. Yes. Okay. Sure. I read gold futures. I'll cover on that. So let's make some levels now. Now here we have an important area, 12,000. So 12,000 is a make or break area. So first of all, let's make 12,015 is 38 point, come on, 38.2% Fibonacci. This is a really, really important Fibonacci level. So if we lose 38.2, we could hit all the way to 0. And that's why I'm saying loss and 0 is 11,000. So we could actually go down 1,000 point if we lose the support of 12,015. So there may be some consolidation. So on the downside, I should short below 12,015. First target 11,850, 11,650. Possibility, I'm just giving it 50-50. Yes. So copy, and this loss of 12,000 will be bad. It should be in red. Important support for green. Till the moment we are holding, it's fine. Stop loss should be 12,100. That's like 34 EMA. So stop loss is high. So either you can sell this on the rise, or you can wait for 12,100 to cross. I think it might reach towards 12,100 at best, and then it gives up. So that's what I think. So I only want to buy above 12,100 if I want to do NQ. 12,015 is my target stop loss area. Once I cross 12,100, I will see 12,181 and 12,246, which is the 12 EMA. So I'm not expecting a higher move from NQ because the bias is too much on the negative side. Yes, we have some counters which are which may or which can actually do exceptionally well, like Tesla, Nvidia, they are doing really well. But the bigger counters, Apple, Microsoft, they're on the losing side. So if we have those counters on the losing side, NQ may not be able to have that kind of strength. ES may have strength because we still have banks like Goldman Sachs are performing well. We have Home Depot, we have Walmart, we have other industrial stocks, and we have pharmaceuticals. But NQ, if Apple and Microsoft are weak, they will not have a helping hand into NQ. So the possibility of NQ going down is high. On the rise, like if it goes to, let's say, 4,020, 4,025, I would love to add my puts at that range corresponding to NQ. ES will show more strength on the high side, and ES will show less strength on the downside. Like it may not go at par with NQ. NQ will be the leader on the downside, and ES will be the leader on the upside. Triple Q levels, let me just check. Both the levels are there. I'm giving 50-50. Like my bias is sell on rise, because right now we have the market in the middle of everything. So sell on rise is a little tricky. Now we come to, so we have a long-term doji on triple Q. So triple Q, if we lose 289.80, that's a 38.2 Fibonacci. So only that time I will be shorting it. So same logic here. Only the numbers are changing. It's 289.80. It's a firm support, and loss of 289.80 will be bad. Bias is neutral to short. So stop loss for long is 289.80 and sell below 289.80 if you want to short. Now let's find out other levels. This is the doji. Doji is a candle where market is confused. Now we have come down from 311 to this candle. And as I said, 289 is a really, really firm support of 34 EMA. Now, if we have to do a morning star, morning star is something like when you're coming from a downtrend, you have red candles, and then you make a doji. If you find a green candle, that's a morning star. It shows that market has seen a short-term bottom and it wants to bounce. That will only happen if we cross 294. But to cross 294, we have two struggles. We have to cross 293, which is a 34 EMA, and we have to cross a 50% Fibonacci, which is 294.50. So if in the market, somehow, if we can cross 294.50, we will have some positive bias. But unless and until we cross that, I will not even say there is a potential morning star. Morning star will become potential morning star once we cross 294. So it has to go with some strength, especially Apple and Microsoft, to push the market up, especially on the Nasdaq. Only then we can cross this barrier. Otherwise, it's going to be tough nut to crack. So where could I buy? I could buy above 292. Area is 293.75, 294.50. If we cross 294.50, we can hit 299.25. So I'm adding that. On the downside, what should be my stop loss? Stop loss is my dodgy area, 292. Because market was not sure there, so 292. What could be the targets? 284, 280. 284, 280. These are high potential targets for triple Q in my thought process. So it's looking good. Apple, like last time we spoke about, Apple was 152 and we talked about that the moment it lost this long-term trend channel, it came and tested a 34 EMA. It lost both the trend line, lost 12 EMA. It's making a hammer, the 34 EMA. So at this time, I will not have a positive bias on Apple. I will only have a negative bias on Apple. I don't want to go long on Apple at all. If market has to go down, Apple is my prime area to short. So sell on rise if it comes higher, like this is 147.67. If it comes around 147, 148, I would love to sell this. Sell on rise to 147, 148 area. Stop loss is 149.90, which is the 12 EMA. So roughly 150. Target area is loss of this. Actually, it has also filled the gap, but Apple is showing some weakness. So unless it crosses 150 area, I will not go long on Apple. Right now, if it loses 147, 148 area, first target is to break this 34 EMA. It has not broken 34 EMA since it has moved higher. It is also setting up for inverted head and shoulders. So this piece will be really, really important. So I really want it to come down to at least 136 area so that the inverted head and shoulder gives some reasonable strength. This will be a small shoulder, but I want like this is the length of the shoulder. So if we can have at least equal length, 136, that is an area where I would love to add Apple. Not at this point. I would love to sell this 147, 148. Target is 146, 146, and next target is 143. So this is perfect. So I'm negative towards Apple. AMD. AMD with NVIDIA is showing some strength, but AMD again like got rejected from 78.6, could not close above the 12 EMA, came back, tested 34 EMA. So since the earnings, there is still a minute gap which is there The gap is between 75 and 75.90. So there's a dollar gap which is still open. So 75, 76, if it holds that area, I think it has potential. So AMD, I'm a little bullish because of the gap being sustained. Mr. Gulati, I do not do Dow futures because Dow futures are really, really difficult. And nobody uses that. Nobody. So I'm positive on AMD. Buy with the stop loss of 77.50. Right. So I'll make it green. Remove the comment. So buy. I want to buy above the middle of this. I want to buy this above 79. If it crosses 79, I would love to buy this. My targets will be 81 and 82.80. Like in any situation, if it crosses 86, 86 is like super important wall for AMD. If it crosses 86, it will cross 100. So anybody who is looking to add into AMD, keep an eye on 86. There may be some news, there may be something they are launching. I don't know. Something will come and it will break that 86 area. Till the moment 86 is not reached, it will have strength, but it will have limited strength. Okay, then we have Amazon. Amazon is making a super important doji. It came to the trend line and the sentiment is getting negative and it is not able to cross 96. But this is really, really important area for Amazon. Amazon has held it through 92 area. I think I will not short Amazon at this time. So Amazon, I'm still positive. My stop loss is 92. I think if we can buy this in the range of 93 to 93.50, this could be a potential winner because it's setting up for a morning star. Because we have come down and it's like a gravestone doji. What is a gravestone doji? When your open and close are exactly the same. Friday it opened at 93.50, closed at 93.50. So it means that even if the market was going down, it was not able to figure out that, yes, should I go down further or not? It sustained and it held. So there's a high potential for inverted or a morning star potential. So that's Amazon for me. And if it starts to run, it will run for a day or two. BA, I think I don't want to do it anymore because BA has done the job. So instead, I can add crowd. So crowd, I will make some levels right in front of you all. And then let me clear everything on this page. And I'll show you how to create the levels. I've cleared everything on this screen for crowd. So the very first thing which I do is I go into the regression channel, I choose the top and I draw it to the current period. And then I extend it to the right. Then I see what's happening on the screen. It is trying to bounce. First thing, it has lost the previous lows, which was sustained here. So I will not be making extensions. I will be making retracements. Why retracements? Because it is trying to bounce to its previous area. So instead of extension. I'm going to make a retracement and I will go for this recent high all the way to this area. And now you will see the magic. It is struggling to cross 118 right there. It was holding 118 as a support. It was holding 135 as a support. You see, every candle will fall into the story automatically. If your channels are right, if your regression, like where to put a regression channel, where to put extension is right. You will see it's struggling right here, and finding the base right here, finding the base right here. So 118 is an area where I would love to go long on crowd because of the sentiment. The 12 EMA has gone up. It is holding above the 34 EMA. So that is positive. The long-term trend line is trying to be breached. So there's a high potential in that area as well. So roughly, I want to go long above 119 in crowd, and crowd has a potential to go like big moves back to back. So where is my stop loss? Stop loss is the long-term trend line, or if you want to take the 12 EMA, both come and meet around 115. So 115 is my stop loss for crowd. What is my target? 119. And then 124. 119. 124. 60%. Where should we buy? We could buy, like, if 119 is crossed, then it's really, really good. But buy in the range of 116 to 117. It is consolidating, so it can actually move higher from here. Square, I did give a trade on Square in my channel, like on Friday, and Square did exactly like 73.50 was the stop loss, and it closed around that 76, 77 area. So in the after it was down, but I think it is doing good. Same thing, there are dodges, and dodges. It is not ready to go down. Okay. When something is not ready to go down and the momentum is right there. So if I have to draw from the tops, like until here, we are consolidating, right? This is consolidating. So if we get past 77.65, I think we'll have really, really good potential in Square. 78, 76, I think is a really good potential. So Square, I am positive. Square, PayPal, both I'm positive. PayPal, I've been positive in last couple of days, but Square, I'm positive now. My stop loss is 76. Buy above 77, 75, or if you want to buy in the dip, that's fine. Trade is, first area is 80 and then 83.50. Crowd has inside week. Square is back-to-back dodges. And was relatively strong. Coin. Now, coin, I don't know. For some reason, it's holding. For some reason, coin is holding. And same thing, I need to draw the levels on coin. So let me remove everything. Same philosophy. Pick up the regression channel from the screen, left to the right. Now it's trying to go up. Okay. So what I will do is now I will use extensions. 31 all the way to 87. Come back right here. So it is at 58 area. 58 area is the 34 EMA. And if we draw on the weekly, it is showing an inside week. So it's a back-to-back inside week. So 56 is really important area for Coinbase. I think it's inside week. Let me just copy this. So coin for me is for now neutral, but I want to convert this into green because my stop loss is 56 and target is 63 to 67. I'm using like weekly candles for this because it's inside week. And again, buy in the range 57 to 58 or 59 area. If you want to buy, you can buy coin in this range. Then let's go to PayPal. The PayPal, same thing. From 88, it's setting up for an inside morning star. Like on weekly candles, a morning star. Dodgy. So the logic is same. When you go from up, you make dodges, you don't have strength to go high. You come down, you make dodgy, you don't have more weakness. So at this time, the potential is really high to take the opposite trend. TJ, you can buy 2 weeks out options, yes. I usually buy weekly. On Wednesday, I move on to the next week. Keeping the stop loss of 71. So PayPal 71 is the stop loss. Buy towards, I will say above 74. That's it. Potential morning star on weekly, which is really good. Target is 76, 70 and 78 for now. You can also buy above or buy in the range of 72, 73. It's up to you. Google, I don't know whether I should trade Google or not. It's kind of a dull stock now. So I don't want to trade Google, so I may opt for LMT. Let's bring in some industrials. LMT. So I'm getting rid of Google for now and bringing in LMT. You see, LMT is consolidating in a very tight range. Last time we were consolidating and we fell. This time we are actually making a bull flag on LMT. So LMT, I don't know whether they are going to get some contract or something, but if you see right here, I'm just matching the tops. Let me just clear this. This is my pole. Okay. Connecting the tops, connecting the bottoms. We are in a very tight range. Okay, so for me, it's a bull flag. So let's see what happens with the bull flag. And the possible targets are really like 487 and maybe the all-time highs. So LMT, I am just taking positive by, come on. And just keep in mind, LMT contracts are really bad in terms of bid and spread. So 482, it's an inside day, inside week. Let's go to inside week for more clarity. So it's an inside week right now. if I can cross above 483, I will go long on NMT. 483. It's an inside week. What is my stop loss? Stop loss is this area, 480. So 480 is my stop loss. If you want to add Home Depot into your list, you can also do that, because the number of houses which were sold came higher. So if Dow stocks have to provide support, LMT, Home Depot, Walmart may provide some support. Target is 487, 490, and 499. It's a bull flag. Meta. Surprisingly on Friday, uh, came down, and it's like, if you see the weekly chart, this was the area where it has struggled in the past. Like this, look at this area. This was the area it was struggling to cross. Now it has come down, and same thing. It's an ascending wedge. Usually when you have ascending wedge, it breaks out. So possibility of Meta breaking out is high. Then that's my thought on the weekly. The same thing, if you want to draw on a daily candle as well, it's coming down, and it's setting up like this. So potential to cross is really good. Now, what we can find here, we can find certain levels. So first is the 12 EMA, which is 172.50. I think it will cross 172.50 and then can test 177. Stop loss is around 168. Meta stop loss is 168.69. Buy above 170.5. Target 172.50 and 177. It's ascending wedge, or not descending wedge. I'll just keep it neutral because it needs to break out. It has not broken out yet. Yeah, it's like for me 172, 173 is the breakout. Microsoft is something which is dicey. It lost that 250 area from 273 to 250. Now I would love to sell this if it comes around 252, 253. I would love to sell this. So I'm short on Microsoft. Sell on Rise. $252. The stop loss 254. $255. Target is 248. And then 243. I want to sell Microsoft. Netflix already did all my targets, so there's nothing left in Netflix. Let me see if it can find some base here or it can continue. So it's coming back to an important long-term trend line. So if it holds this area, we might see some bounce. If it loses it, then it's going back, and it has gaps on the downside at 248. So possibly it might come down to that level. Right now it is an important level. So I would try to see if it can go, so I'm neutralizing it. Netflix, I want 317 as my stop loss. Buy above 320. And target is 325, 334. That's Netflix. Nvidia. Nvidia results came in and they were really not super great, but market loved it. So we cannot complain. We should follow what market is saying. It's inside. It made a lower high, lower low after such a big move. So I don't know how much more it has in it. Like 225, 226. If it fills the gap, I would love to add it. So Nvidia, I am neutral. I'm not positive. I want to buy in the dip. 227, 229, 225 is my stop loss. 240, 253. So if it comes in this area, only then it will be positive. That's Nvidia. Last but not the least, everyone's favorite, which is Tesla. Tesla is consolidating. It's an inside week. It's right on an important area, right? So it needs to break above 198, or I would say if I have to go long, I will prefer to go long above 200. By about 200, my stop loss will now be 198. It needs to cross 28, 213 area to do any meaningful moves. 208, first target 213. If it does 213, then it has potential to do 240, 250. Otherwise, it may, because we are at an important trend line, long-term trend line. It was tested, broken. Now we are taking the support of the 12 EMA. If we hold 12 EMA, then it's good. If we lose this, we can go down. And yes, there is investor day for Tesla, but it has always it has always pumped before the event, and after the event it's a piss. So I'll not think too much about the Tesla event, but yes, the levels are there. I'll not change anything on those levels. So people are asking about snow. Let me do the snow. Snow is coming to an important area of 142. The trend is, see, it broke out and then it came down. So it's like from a stop loss point of view, it's 142 is a very big stop loss. And if it has to trade above 154, then it is positive. So as of now, I will not comment on snow as of now. It's middle of nowhere. Either it needs to come to 142 area or goes above 154. Earnings are still 2 days away. Let's see what happens in the market tomorrow and Tuesday. And based on that, we'll decide on what needs to be done on snow. So I don't want to jump on snow. So guys, anyone has any other tickers they want to discuss? Because nobody comes on the Zoom call, so I'm not sharing the link anymore. But anybody who wants to ask about any option. No, somebody did ask about gold futures. So gold is a very important area. Gold is similar to what Meta is doing. It's kind of an descending wedge. Now it's coming to a point where it should come and test 1846. So 1846, I think if you want to go long, this is a good area for gold to go long. You can buy gold futures and hold it. Costco. Costco has Like uh dodgy, one more dodgy. Last time they had dodgy, they went up. From there, dodgy, it came down. So dodgy, let it cross 491. If it crosses 491, then it has more strength. 491, then it can actually cross 500. So again, Mr. Jaideep, earnings, I'm not going to cover them because they are very, very volatile. Nobody knows what's going to happen. So I'll avoid earnings. Sorry about that. Baba, Baba is coming to an 87 area. There are gaps at 82, 83 area. So 87, if it holds, it might try to bounce towards 92, but that's about it. I don't see anything happening in Baba now, unless something substantial happens in the Chinese market. I don't see anything happening to Baba. It failed totally. It went to 120 and almost come down $30 from there. So no, there's no point, because if it holds at 87 like it did in the last time, it may consolidate for days and weeks and then move. I can post a chart, Mr. Jerry, but you're supposed to share your chart and ask me the questions. No, I do these calls so that you can bring your charts in and you can discuss what you want to discuss. Otherwise, like if I have to go through the chart and the same thing, then you're not learning, I'm not learning. So it needs to cross 75 to show any positive momentum. 75 to 79 is a tough area for Zoom. So I would say it's holding this, like if you see this area, box area, it broke out from the box, went up. Now coming back to back test the range. So till the moment it is holding 72, I think it has potential to go up, maybe towards 90. So Zoom for me can go higher. That's what my take is. 72 should be a good stop loss for Zoom. Oxy. Oxy is at important support, Vivek. 57 is an area. 57.50 is an area which it should hold. If it does, it can go towards 61. That's about it on Oxy. Chart is not very clear, but 75 March foot. 75 March foot. Like again, like understanding these open interest at this time, it's really difficult. You don't know whether those positions were written or those positions were added. And US market is not good enough to give you the real-time information. So it's an open interest which will change by tomorrow morning. So I don't know. You need to check tomorrow morning before 8 o'clock just to confirm whether this open interest has changed or not. Because the volume is only 47,000. So I don't know what is the logic behind it. Whether these puts are sold, whether these puts are open, I really don't know. All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining in. I hope you all have a good day tomorrow. And please post your charts, post your questions. I'll try to answer. Have a meaningful conversation. Like Jadip, now you are doing a meaningful conversation. It makes sense. But if you're simply asking for the charts, then it's not helping you because you're not coming up and sharing your chart. And neither I'm adding any value there. I'm just sharing my viewpoint. All right. So thank you very much once again. We'll see you tomorrow night. Good night. Bye-bye.